Hello, and welcome back, my subscribers, to another Sunday speed paint. Let's talk about candy. To be more specific, 3 types of candy. Today, I'm going to be back to my series of turning this into furries kind of thingy. To start off with, the first character, as you guys saw a little sneak peek of it, is cotton candy based character. Now, this character was the first one that I did, and it shows because I had no idea which candy I wanted until I finally finished. I had found a whole bunch of these collaged candies, and I thought, why don't I try to make something maybe peppermint based, or maybe based off of some of these swirly jelly candies. So I thought I would make the first character a hodgepodge of all of these candies that I saw in this collage, but that's not how the character ended, as you guys could see by the final product. But I thought I would kind of share with you guys while this goes on in the background, the development and process that was going on while I was creating this character, so you guys can get a little insight on how I come up with these characters. Now, mind you, the first 2 turning this into furries character videos that I made, I feel were very lackluster. I'm hoping that these videos from this point forward will have a lot more drive to them and will be more enjoyable for you guys to watch. And if you guys have any future suggestions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below. I will be doing some of these holiday themed based ones, so if you guys kind of, think about like Halloween and some of the other ones, I'm gonna be doing those as frequently as possible when those holidays roll around, but between those, I'll be trying to do random ones like this one. So, as I mentioned with this character, I wanted them to kind of match some of the stuff. Now mind you, the blue and yellow and orange with white wasn't too bad, and then I messed around with some of the settings, and the character kind of looked like they were turning into a jelly character. I didn't like how this was starting to look, so I just kept messing around with things because I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted them to look like the jelly candies that you can kind of see in the photo, where they have this sugar that's coated on them and they're solid but see-through. So I kind of messed around with the opacity layers and settings, and I thought, well, why not make it look like it's their bones and they're all jelly? But that didn't work with the colors that I was doing when I was messing with the layer, because I lost that blue and it kept turning to gray. Now the gray didn't look too bad with the yellow and orange, but there was just too many colors fighting for attention, and it turned out really muddy. It took me about probably, I'd say, 5 tries before I gave up and went with the cotton candy idea, because I realized that the character's body already looks swirly like cotton candy. Now, though that wasn't in the little reference collage that I had here, it was still kind of something sweet that people would kind of probably consider candy, because it's literally just puffy sugar. So I thought, why not change her up and make her pink? So I was much happier with this because cotton candy kind of has a fluffier kind of texture to it, so I thought that that would probably fit better for this personality for the look that I gave. Now, if I would have made this character more jagged, or if I went for a lollipop kind of swirl instead of a cotton candy swirl, I think it would have worked out a little bit better, but I am happy regardless of the end result that I did end up getting with this character. And one of the things that I did with this character for the shading is, because cotton candy is very puffy, and lighting goes all throughout cotton candy, because cotton candy looks like long sugar hairs pretty much strewn together. I just kind of decided that this character would probably have the most solid cell shading, whereas the other ones that I do later on in this video had a lot more soft lighting to it, because they needed a lot of reflective lights on them, because certain hard candies have lighting on them, like lollipops. They have a large shiny spot on them, whereas like a cotton candy, the lighting would go throughout it, kind of like how people's hair is. So I thought I would just kind of space out the shading and highlighting all throughout there, and lo and behold, the cotton candy character. Now, if you guys want to help me name this character, I made a poll up on my Instagram. Check that out before the end of the day, and when I post her, you'll see what name wins the voting. Moving on to the next one, gummy candies. I couldn't decide on which one specifically, so I ended up actually creating a bonus character, because when I made the other character, I was so dead set on making a jelly character that had skeletal structure, I knew what I was going for right off the bat. So I ended up making kind of like a gummy bear snake hybrid, kind of like a little gummy chimera. So I ended up thinking, oh, maybe it's like a juvenile So it's not fully developed yet, so it doesn't have a big old fluffy mane. It just has the body of kind of like a gummy lion and the tail of a snake. And designing this character was so much fun because I kind of figured, well, the gummy character is going to be a little bit more of a young juvenile, so I don't have to worry about the details as much, so I went in with an airbrush texture. And you'll see a little bit later here, I ended up changing the hues by the opacity, lightening them, because gummy candies kind of have a weird coloration to them. I mean, the purple and blue jellies, they don't look appetizing in the photo to me, but the yellow and the orange and the green, because they're so pastel-y and pale, I thought that those were the kind of candies that I wanted this character to kind of reflect. And then, of course, as I mentioned, I used a lot of luminosity, which is a very bright brush that I have on Procreate, because I wanted this character to be as squishy and soft looking as it is. Now, I've had comments in previous videos that my characters look tasty and people want to eat them, and also I've had comments of my characters look like candy or very shiny stuff, so I thought why not take that to an advantage point and create this challenge, since I already have the turning this into Furry's series. And I thought, you know, I haven't actually designed characters based off of candy outside of the Valentine's Day one, and I wasn't too proud of those ones. Those ones weren't as detailed. So I had a lot of fun creating this gummy chimera. So much so that when I tried to make the shadow for the backdrop, I decided to take that shadow and make it a completely separate little character, almost as if this is what happens when you turn the lights off, and your gummy character turns into a ghost. So it's up to you on whether or not you want to see this as the same character or a different one, because I do know that out of all of the gummy flavored kind of colors that I have ever seen in any pack of gummy bears is those clear ones. They're tropical flavors or some kind of mystery flavor, and those are my favorite. I love them so much. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite jelly color or candy? And then we have chocolates. Oh boy, I could not decide on what kind of chocolate, but I ended up just going with those mystery boxes of chocolate because I'm a sucker for those discount chocolates after every holiday, because I would love to go in and get a box of 50 chocolates for maybe $10 because they're on the verge of expiration. My stomach will suffer, but I will be happy. And of course, with that being said, I don't know why I had such a strong idea for the bunny for the chocolate. Maybe it's because Easter bunny, and those are always the cheapest chocolates and everybody complains about the white chocolate stuff, but I don't mind white chocolate as much as the next person. I don't know, I like all varieties of chocolate. The only chocolates that I don't like, it's the same thing with ice cream for me, is when they have peanuts in them. Now mind you, I like certain types of candies out there that have different textures to them. Like I like those weird crunch bars that have like Rice Krispies in them, but for some reason with peanuts I can't do it. I don't know why. I still can't explain it to this day. But when I thought of the mystery boxes of chocolates, I always think back to like those big branded chocolate companies that sell like the big old boxes of assorted chocolates that have caramel or chocolate within chocolate within chocolate, white chocolate, and this other kind of like occasional sprinkles of chocolate. It's like chocolate shavings, and those are the best. I love just eating chocolate shavings by themselves, or Hershey's chocolate droplet shaped chocolates. So I thought, why not mix this character with a bunny? And, you know, some people like it, some people hate it, some people love bunnies, some people are scared of bunnies, so I thought, why not make a chocolate bunny with horns? I don't know where the horns came from. Maybe I was thinking of a jackalope kind of thingy, but I went with it. And this character just, I don't know, out of all of the characters, it's a tie for me between this character and the gummy chimera, because I don't really know why. I just love these unique combined animal creations. That's why I love to do character designs. But of course, as I forgot to mention with the other characters, if you have any names for the gummy characters or this chocolate bunny with horns, let me know in the comments section down below, and I will make sure to post these on my Instagram with the names chosen. And with that being said, thank you for making it to the end of this video, and if you're not already part of that subscriber squad, be sure to put your paws to that subscribe button for weekly content. If you want to see more of these, let me know. Stay pawsome, bye!